Okay, so this is one heck of a title. I'm going to be showing you step by step why women are attracted to elite level narcissism. And you know what? I don't really care how that sounds. And you know what? I don't really care if you've never heard of that before. And I don't really care if that, sounds different and you're like, oh, well, that's good or that's bad. I don't really care. You have to understand this. This is a bold title for a reason. This is specifically why women are attracted to elite level narcissism. What I'm going to be doing in this video is showing you 5 specific qualities and how if you embody these qualities or these traits and why these specific reasons will impact your dating life to the highest degree. I am really going to show you step by step how you can implement this in a way that seems natural. And what you're going to actually watch happen is your dating life will get a lot better. Now, this is brand new. What I just created was my own free community. I created a spot where all of you guys can actually come together and you can interact. And on top of that, I even made a couple cool things inside of there. You can start to leverage some of the material that I made in there instantly to start to boost your own attractiveness. I only released this week. You have no excuses. It does not cost you anything. You hop inside of that, you instantly get a community. I am inside of that as well as my entire team. Okay, let's dive into the 5 reasons why women are attracted to elite level narcissism. Number 1, okay, this stems into masculine identity, your core, which means who you are, okay, and knowing who you say you are. So this is the first reason. Like, I will give you an example. If I am out with a group of people and let's say I meet a woman and she says, oh, what do you do? Or I tell her what I do or whatever the case may be, and she goes, oh, I see your channel, you talk a lot about dating. Do you give good advice? What I have to do, you have to understand this. If you embody elite level narcissism, she is going to see that you know who you say you are. So in that exact moment, I'm going to say exactly something along these lines. I'm going to say, I literally give the best dating advice on the planet. My channel is literally the best. Everything that we do inside of my communities is the best. Everything I say is the best. It is literally the best type of material that a guy can watch. Well, if she hears that, she's going to go, oh, he knows who he says he is. But you have to embody that. Here's what I'm telling you. When I say masculine identity and your core and knowing who you say you are, there comes to some point in a man's life where like what you do for a living and your career, this needs to align with your purpose and your vision in life and who you are. Like she needs to be able to look at you and be able to like put you into an archetype. Like, oh, that is the cowboy, that is the rock star, that is the musician, that is the astronaut. If you're a neurosurgeon and she says, oh, you must know a lot of things, you say, I know everything. You say, I literally know everything about the brain. I am literally the best neurosurgeon that you've ever seen. I'm literally the best neurosurgeon in the entire city. I do XYZ amount of surgeries per week. I'm literally the best. I do this for a living. This is me. Right? That is the energy. That is the confidence. That is the conviction in your speech. That is the tonality that you need. You have to possess this. When you possess that, she gets attracted to it almost immediately. She's like, okay, yep, that guy, he knows who he says he is. He has vision. He has purpose. He likes what he does. This is the thing. You have to like what you do. We have an entire generation of men. They are in a suppressed state with their words. And what I mean by that is like their mood and their vocal tonality, it's suppressed. Like they don't speak with confidence and excitement. They don't know themselves. So she says, oh, do you think you know a lot about these dating topics? I say, I literally know everything about the dating topics and I'm literally the best at this. That's what I have to tell her. Well, she's going to look at you and go, wow, that's a confident man. So this is the first reason. It stems into masculine identity. She wants to see that you have purpose and you have a direction in life and you know where you're going. This is crucial. That's number 1. Number 2. She needs to associate you with an archetype to complete her fantasy. So you have to understand this. When a woman meets a man and she's attracted to him, she starts to paint narrative and stories about him in her mind of what he could be like. So this is why you have to paint yourself into a specific archetype. So one of the things that I always talk about is like creating an illusion of value. What I will oftentimes say is something like this. I'll say, women don't care as much about your real world value. Women only care about illusions of value and how your archetype and who you are will make them feel. So that way they can actually paint different stories in their mind about what you could be like. So she has to associate you with an archetype to complete her fantasy. So it doesn't matter if you are the cowboy or the rock star or the professional athlete. You have to understand this. When you are actually a specific character and she can look at you and be like, oh, that's just how he is, you have to understand this. When you live by that method and when you start to internalize these things, it's almost like this. everything about you and like your game, who you are, the things coming out of your mouth, whether you do a direct approach or an indirect approach, whether you compliment her or you don't compliment her, a lot of it becomes irrelevant for this one specific reason. When she can put you into a specific archetype, your game, okay, and who you are, like everybody talks about game, you gotta have good game, you gotta have, this, you gotta say that, all this stuff. A lot of times all of that becomes automatically correct by default. The words coming out of your mouth becomes correct by default because she tells herself, oh, well, that's just how he is. Oh, that makes sense. That's just how he is. So you have to understand this. When she can associate your identity with an archetype and complete these fantasies and narratives in her mind, it makes her much more attracted to you due to the fact that you are embodying the statement that says, I am this. I am. I know who I say I am. This is me. Look at me. My life is so interesting. Everything about me is correct by default. I am doing things the right way. My purpose is the right purpose. If you come along on my journey, it's the right way to live. I know everything about how to live. I am that guy. You have to embody that. One of the statements that I always say is, I always say this: women see men from the inside out. As soon as she meets you at face value, she's pulling different things out of you to see what you're made of. Okay, and this is happening subconsciously. It just happens. So that is number 2, okay? Number 3, pay attention to the words that I chose for this one very closely. If you emulate their behavior, okay, or you show excessive self-interest, say this with me one more time. If you emulate their behavior or you show excessive self-interest, meaning self-interest in your purpose, your mission in life, your archetype, who you are, okay, they become attracted to you because you demonstrate social popularity, and now what you're doing is you're proving that you can leverage perceived value. So she wants to be able to look at you and be like, okay, this guy knows where he's going, this guy has a mission in life, and this guy has a lot of self-interest, okay? A lot of self-interest. And what you will notice oftentimes is that she actually feels safer with a guy like that because he appears as if he's going somewhere. What you'll notice is that the way that women oftentimes operate in their dating life, a lot of times their priorities will oftentimes come first. Like, it doesn't matter what that guy has going on, or it doesn't matter. Let's say he made reservations to an amazing dinner. If she, doesn't feel like it in that exact moment, even though it's 30 minutes prior and he made reservations 5 days in advance, a lot of times she won't care, and what she'll do is just say, hey, I can't make it, or I don't feel like going. And maybe she doesn't even feel sick, or she doesn't even feel tired. Maybe she just wants to watch a movie by herself. This is what you have to understand. So when I say self-interest, it's not that that's a good or a bad thing. It just is. A lot of times they do what they want to do in that exact moment. Well, when you emulate that behavior, okay, and you show excessive self-interest in what you're doing, this is my career, this is my purpose, this is my mission, this is who I am, I have to behave this way, this is my God-given calling, this is why I feel like I'm on this earth, this is who I am, her attraction raises. Okay? This is just how it is. So that is number 3. Okay? Number 4. You believe that your life, okay, so tie this back to the title. Why women are attracted to elite level narcissism. It's because you believe that your life is better than most of all of the other guys that she could go and talk to, and you believe that it's more interesting, and you believe that the way you live is the right way of doing things, and that the things that you're saying is correct by default. When she sees this, she's like, oh my God, I can't change him. Oh my God, he actually has path in life. Oh my gosh, his opinion can't be swayed. Oh my God, he's not going to just conform to whatever I say that I want him to do, because he actually has structure and his own processes in life. And now she's like, wow, I found myself a real man. So that's the 4th reason, okay? Now, number 5, I saved this one for the end because I saved the best for last. The most powerful statement that you can say as a man is the words, I am. When you say this, okay, I am this guy. I am this person. I am this guy who does this. I know who I am. I know myself, right? When you completely know your identity through the core, like exactly who you are, this is the most attractive thing to a woman, because this shows incredible self-belief and that you are unapologetic about the way you are and the way that you live. The most powerful thing that you can say is that I am this. I believe in this. This is who I am, and I'm not going to change no matter who tells me anything else, because this is what I believe about the world and myself to be true. That is the most powerful thing. She wants to see that you are like so solid in who you are. And if you embody these things, this is the secret to appearing as a real man that she would want to be with for the long haul. If you like this video, you only have one job, and that would be to take this a step further. When I say take that a step further, you join that complimentary group that I made. It doesn't cost you anything. You hop right inside of it. You're going to see all the cool stuff that I built in there, and I know it's going to help you. That's why I made it, because when we come together, you will actually get results, because now you're not doing all this stuff all by yourself, and I'm even going to show you specific inside processes that you can use to actually start to level up your own attractiveness. You will thank me later. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.